Greetings, this is Bloodrill and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Alright, I read those books, pretty interesting lore there, so I guess, yeah, all of these people are just soul readings. Yeah. Okay. What the fuck? Is he a mage or I don't know. Jesus. These backstories, some of them are kinda dark. What the fuck? God damn. Alright. That was, yeah. Again, I'm not sure if I can talk with these people. I don't get any choices, so maybe it's just there for backstory. Which is weird, because you would think that you will get some backstory on people you can talk to and interact with. Ah, the blackout. This hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. Don't like it when they have dog. Sorry, Gale, don't think he's coming back. Gale, you can come with me. Maybe we'll find him on the way. What? Is that a pet? Yes, it is. Nice. What's this? Just the upper floor of the inn. Nothing really exciting. Alright, let's go talk to the mill guy. Actually, no. First we'll look at the share.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Half the town's up there now, seems like. Not quite way to talk about it. Okay, let's see. Caldara de Barangi. The squat, distant body of an elderly woman dangles from a thin crooked bow that sags at the back of her nose. Wow, okay. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches, bulges over the rope that suspends her. You perceive a faint glow around here that casts no light on its surroundings. but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it. Not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out. That's weird. Towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Alright. Involuntarily you shut your eyes and feel yourself be pulled down to some deeper consciousness in space, occupied only by you and the hanging woman, and when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog. Her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel, from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as it does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
Right, I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, no, not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
What the hell? She smiles at you, reassuringly fanning out a turf of long whiskers that sprout from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will
cool.
welcome the company. Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No.
Interesting.
A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
Alright, I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic
Valian.
Sciences.
Okay.
Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
Valian. Alright, and remember that because I thought it was Valian. And they are sort of, I guess, Rome of this world, so yeah. What happened to you? Silas, a rasping choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth. Seeing your blank expression, she cuts herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What's an animal, sir?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid.
I wonder if everyone else is posed well in this state.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
Alright, I think that's it.
Of course, dear. Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you right? You seemed lost just now. Yes, I'm fine. That's good to know, but I don't suppose you could tell me what that was all about. I am a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede to his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin, and I expect that explains how you survived a bivouac, right? In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Actually, I didn't have any choice. I wouldn't be that honest if I had been given a choice. Since we are traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about the Watchers? Only that they are rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions, as you just demonstrated. Alright, travel to that guy's place, yeah. And that's complete. Alright, and I still have to complete that. Very nice. And what a level for the mage. Let's see, what do you have? 7 lord, god damn, okay. Wow. I don't think I need mechanics because I already have let's put you some athletics and survival, I guess. 2 spells. Bewildering spectacle creates a bizarre and perplexing visual distraction, confusing enemies in the area of effect. Spins resilient viscous web throughout the area of effect, reducing movement. Creates a mystical shield around the caster, suffusing them with bonuses to burn, freeze, corrode, and shock damage. Nice. Causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting additional burn damage. That's not bad also. Blind. Paralyze. Whoa, that's a lot of spells. Jesus. That's not bad. 15% of hits convert to criticals. Maybe. Probably. Corrode damage instantly and over time. That's a nice damage, by the way. Burn damage and then one cold in the ray. A problem with the AoE spells is it's gonna be hard to use them. 21 to 32. Really, come on. This. 10 to 15, 10 to 17. Alright, I'll take the rolling flames and the mirror image. And nothing else, okay. Cool. Let's go something else. I think this looks like a character, main character, companion, but yeah. The smell of pipe smoke is one, yeah, okay. He looks you directly in the eye, but the looks is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
The number of corpses.
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person.
What?
I think you oughta. The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's a dare. So do the people around here. Might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you for a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
I've been out of sorts lately. Really, do I need to say this to everybody?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here.
Yeah,
There'd be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot.
I'm both of those actually.
Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense. The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
Saints War, only one in my lifetime. Fella decided he's the living incarnation of Feothas. Overthrows Riceras marches on Direwood. So we gave him a Direwoodan hello. What's a Direwoodan hello?
Blew him up.
Okay, who is Feothas? God, yeah, we know that much. God of rebirth and redemption. Formally, anyhow. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Rydrick sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority. Someone in town was working with Kolsk, plotting Rydrick's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Sweeting, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. Wow, really? Bound to happen sooner or later, if not for plotting against Rydrick, then for protecting me. What does the town have against you?
That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea.
Oh yes, we need to visit that.
Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, and then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
You can see why I was eager to leave. Yeah, who's Kolsk? Someone who's got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Okay. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Yes, he's definitely a companion. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waidwen's legacy started with Waidwen. Some places called Kaed Nua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
I remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
Alright then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing.
Cool.
As long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Alright, fragments of a scattered face. Nice, I'm guessing he's a fighter. Yep. Cool. Alright, I'll end this episode here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want to, and I will see you next time.